Hello, and I'm back for another tactic for the Tactic Testing League. The tactic we are testing out today, it's a lot of T's. Amazing, missing the eye, 1.02. Very good looking tactic. What do we do here? We choose three teams. Man City, season preview to finish first. West Ham, season preview to finish 10th. And Nottingham Forest, season preview to finish 20th. We leave the assistant manager in charge. He has to play this tactic. And I'll put on unsackable. So now whatever happens, they will play this tactic to the end of the season. And then what we do, we'd have all the points from all the teams and put it into a fun tactic testing league table because it's all about the fun. Right, as you can see on screen, the tactic, if you want to download it, the link for it will be in the description below. So please go check that out because the creator might have some added on instructions that you don't know about. I say added on instructions, some like make sure the inside forward on the right hand side, left footed only, and make sure the inside forward on the right hand side is right foot only. Something like that. So if you can't download this tactic, follow what I'm going to show you now. So what we got? We've got a sweeper, keeper on defending goal. And there might be some added on instructions. I don't mention them, so pause them when need be. And then we have a wing back on automatic with loads of added on instructions. And then we have a ball playing defender on defend. I think there's so many added on instructions, you are going to need to pause it. And then there's another ball playing defender on defend. We've got a wing back on the right hand side on automatic. We got a defensive midfield on defend. And then we got a box-to-box midfield on support. And then we have advanced playmaker attack. On the left-hand side, we've got an inside forward attack. On the right-hand side, we've got an inside forward attack. And up front, we got a advanced forward attack. Custom tactical style. Mentality attacking. In possession, what do we have? If I can click it. We have attacking width fairly wide, pass into space, overlap on the left, overlap on the right, play out of defence, partner's directness shorter, tempo higher, time wasting never, low crosses, work the ball into the box, run at defence. In transition, what do we have? Counter press, counter, dispute quickly and throw it long. Out of possession, what do we have? High press, stand in defensive line, trigger press much more often and prevent short goal kick distribution, and nothing else is ticked. And that's it. That's the tactic in a nutshell if you can't download it. So now, let's get straight to the results. So starting off with the Community Shield and the Carabao Cup, they thrashed the Liverpool 4-0 in the Community Shield. Nice and easy, comfortable. And then they got thrashed themselves against Newcastle away from home 5-1 in the third round. In the FA Cup, it's much better. They beat Liverpool in the final 4-2, beating Sunderland, Brighton, Fulham, Rotherham and Brentford along the way. Some big scorelines, 8-1, 8-1. In the Champions League group stages, they topped their group with 14 points, Golden of 15, didn't lose a game. Considering they had Barcelona, Marseille and Shakhtar in the group, they done very well. They done even better than very well. They went all the way to the final to beat Real Madrid 3-2 in the final. They've been Inter Milan in the semi-final, quarter-final, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund in the last 16. Didn't lose a whole game in the Champions League. Very, very good. Not just that, the league, 91 points, amazing. Golden of 85. They lost 3 games all season against Man United, Chelsea and Brighton. Drew 7 games and won 28. 7-1 against Bournemouth, 8-0 against Leicester, 5-0 against Crystal Palace, 6-2 against Wolves, 4-2 against Chelsea. Some really high scoring. Haaland with 48 goals. Shall we click to see anyone else on the list? Is there anyone else on the list? There is. Kevin De Bruyne right at the bottom with 12. Average ratings, Haaland, 8.36. Kyle Walker with 7.36 and some other Man City players. But that is 8.36. That's phenomenal. Clean sheets, Edison with 14, third place. Cancelo, top of the yellow cards with 13. Anything to speak about? Gomez with 13 assists. If I look at the team overall view, most points per game, a 2.39. Not bad at all. 120 goals. Most shots for, 886. Fewer shots against, 297. Best pass completion, no. Most possession, no. Most tackles won, 6th place with 785. Most dribbles made, top, 939. Most clean sheets, joint third place with 14. Fewest conceded, 2nd place, only conceding 35 all season. Not a bad start at all. 91 points is great. FA Cup, Champions League, Community Shield, phenomenal. They did get thrashed against Newcastle though in the Carabao Cup. Now let's check out West Ham. So at the start of the season, like I always do, I like to show off the best 11. This is West Ham's best 11 without restrictions. Now to the results. So in the Carabao Cup, they got to the quarter-final and sadly lost against Wolves 2-1. A big win against Stoke though in the 4th round, 8-2 and 4-2 against Stevenage. In the FA Cup, they got to another quarter-final and lost against Middlesbrough 1-0. They did beat Cambridge 4-1, Blackburn 4-1 and Bolton 2-1 in the Europa Conference League. How'd they get on? Well, they topped their group with 18 points. Didn't lose a game, didn't draw a game. Done very well indeed. And then you can see they gone on to win it 2-1 against Nice in the final. They beat Benfica in the semi-final. They beat Villarreal in the quarter-final. In the last 16, they beat, I'm not even going to try and pronounce them, but they done very well. And in the league, they done even better than that. 70 points. This is looking very good. 28 goal difference, lost 10, drew 7, won 21, 6-2 against Crystal Palace, a 5-0 thrashing of Liverpool, which is amazing, and a 4-1 thrashing of Tottenham. They done, and Man United, they beat Man United 2-1, so done very well. Goals-wise, who's scoring the goals? Kurt Zouma and Bowen are their top goal scorers in the league, which is surprising as he does the defender. But there's a lot of goals being shared about. Zouma 13, Bowen 13, Schumacher 12, and Antonio with 12 as well. A lot of goals being spread about. Average rating wise, what do we have? Kurt Zouma scoring the goals, best player 7.34, Bowen down the bottom here with 7.14. Clean sheets wise, how is it good? Is it good defensively? 7 clean sheets. It's all about the goals. Yellow cards wise, we've got Kurt Zouma. He's just getting on all the lists. He's in third place with 14 yellow cards. Creswell on assists, 13 assists. He always does really well. Normally he's the top on the average ratings, but not no more. He's getting old, that's why. Team overall view, what we got? Most points per game. We're in 4th place, joint 4th place with 1.84. Most goals, fair place with 79 goals. Most shots for, fair place, 665. Fewer shots against, 8th place with 450. Best pass completion, no. Most possession, no. We're getting used to this. FM23 was the same, and FM23 looks like it's going to be the same as well. No best pass completion, no most possession. We just skip past them. Most tackles won, 4th place with 839. Most dribbles made, 4th place, 785. Most clean sheets, joint 7th with 11 clean sheets. Fewest conceded, 7th place, joint 7th place with 51 conceded all season. Not too bad at all. 70 points is really good. They won the Europa Conference League, got knocked out in quarter-final of both other cups, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. But 70 points, that's what we're interested in. Now, it's all down to Nottingham Forest, and let's check them out. So it's the start of the season, so this is Nottingham Forest best 11 without restrictions. Now let's get into their results. Well, in the Carabao Cup, they got all the way to the final and sadly lost on penalties to Man United. They beat Watford along the way. They beat Liverpool on penalties along the way. Beat Chelsea, beat Arsenal, beat Leicester along the way. They beat some really, really good teams to get to the final. And like I said, sadly lost against Man United on penalties. In the FA Cup, they got knocked out in the 3rd round against Fulham. It was away from home, 3-1. In the league, how well did they do? They've done really well. 64 points. Goal difference of 9. Lost 12. Drew 7. Won 19. 3-0 against Man United. 4-0 against Villa. 4-0 against Brentford. 4-2 against Newcastle. They beat some really good teams on there as well. So they've done really well. Goals wise, you can see here, they've got the 2nd top goal scorer in the league with 26 goals. Anyone else? 11 goals. Is that a defender as well? He is. So defenders, corner routine, and I've already checked out, is a near post corner routine as well. So it's got a good, very good corner tactic routine. Average rating wise, what do we have? A 7.31, 5th place. 7.31? 7.27, let's get it right. Not bad at all. Clean sheets, what do we have? 13th, joint 13th, 9 clean sheets all season. Yellow cards, they got 2 guys on there, so be careful. Assist wise, it's the left back with 14 assists, just like Creswell. The left backs chipping in. Team overall view, what do we have? Most points per game. We've got a 1.68 as we're in 6th place. Most goals, 3rd place with 70 goals. Most shots for, 4th place with 578. This tactic's done really well in Nottingham Forest. We're not on fewest shots against. Best pass completion, no. Most possession, no. Most tackles won, 4th place with 845. Most dribbles made, 2nd place with 825. Most clean sheets, no. Fewest conceded, no. It doesn't matter. I'm runner up in the Carabao Cup. That's amazing. But it's this season preview to finish 20th. The Zaz tactic, they think they finished 13th. I can't remember. I think it's 40 odd points, but they've got 64 points here because I can already tell this is going to be top. And this is going to be hard to beat because, like I said in the first video, the tactics, it's going to be hard for a team like Nottingham Forest this year on FM, tactic-wise, are very, I'm going to call it weird, but like they're like Team Pacific. So if you're Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, the tactics work really great. But then when you choose them with Nottingham Forest, they might not be as good as we saw in the Zaz tactic. But on this tactic, it works really well with Man City and really well with Nottingham Forest. Definitely one to try out. So now let me add up all these points and put it into our fun tactic testing league table, which is coming up next. So the Amazng 1.02 comes in at number 1 spot. I'm not surprised. At 168, drew 21, lost 25, and a goal difference of 122 with a points tally of 225 points. This is going to be hard to beat. A very, very good tactic. Like I say, if you want to download this tactic, the link for this will be in the description below. But that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will check you in the next video.